Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully today with our bets. And your bets is going to be another profitable day for you. Thursday, November 6th, college basketball and one whole NBA game. Crazy. So that means Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be tremendously busy in the NBA. But if you're new to our show or been here many times before, welcome aboard. We're glad you're along with us. We'll also have a live show a little bit later on today, running through NFL, college football, college basketball. By the way, college football so far this week, 11-1. So really good run college football-wise this week so far. NBA was fantastic yesterday. Hopefully you guys got a chance to catch the show. But do appreciate everybody popping on and watching all of our shows here on YouTube, brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial you can find in the comment section of this episode, as well as the YouTube channel page. They're going to give you 7 days to try this out for free. So let me kind of explain what Outlier does. Great bet ideas, stuff you can pick at like 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100% hit rate that have happened along the way. They're going to give you where the money's coming in on the books, right? So if you like one of those players that like, well, Vegas always wins, you can get that type of thing there as well. If you just want to see and bet against Joe Public, on that one, you can get all of that as well. You can odd shot from all the books that you're a part of and make your bets all from one spot rather than have to go from app to app to app to app, and store all your bets in one spot as well. Outlier 7-day free trial. Like I said, try it out for a week. If you don't like it, cancel it. Not a big shake. They're so confident that you're going to like it, they'll give you that week for free. Private Discord channel available for all of you out there as well. We do have a weekly and a monthly option for that. Monthly is definitely going to save you the most money. Weekly, if you just want to try it out for a week, fantastic place to be with a couple 100+ members that love nothing, the same thing you do, which is sports wagering. You can find that link in the comment section as well as YouTube channel page. Well worth your time and investment. We give you tons of plays every day. You get everything earlier than what we put it out for the public as well. So whether it's football, a lot of times you get those 4 or 5 days early. Basketball is a little bit tougher. Baseball, to get those out extremely early, but you get them before we put them out for the public. You got college basketball going on right now, NBA basketball, college football, NFL football. You're also going to get some bonus material as well. We've got a couple different cappers that are throwing down some wagers in there. A lot of the players or members of the Discord are also throwing their, tennis, hockey, stuff that we're not into. Also, Formula One's coming up for Brazil, so we'll have some stuff in there for you as well. But a lot of good stuff going on in Discord. Make sure you check it out. Let's get started. We're going to start with college basketball first. And most of the stuff that there is college basketball games going on during the day today, but most of the stuff that actually has a line available is tonight. Drake hosting Robert Morris. Drake almost a 10-point favorite now, 150.5 total. Drake played pretty well in the first game, no question about it. Nice big win. They should be able to handle Robert Morris here, I think, here pretty efficiently in this one as well. We did take Drake minus 4.5 first half, and we got it last night at 8.5 for the game as well. Next game up is we'll run through basically everything that's on the board and let you know what games we're in. Bethune-Cookman against Miami. Miami, 18.5-point favorite here, 153.5 total. So Miami wasn't I don't think Miami's going to be like this awesome team this year. Like they've had a couple of nice runs in the tournament, things of that nature, but don't necessarily love their team. I think Bethune keeps this thing somewhat close early. I expect, Miami to pull away late. This total is where we're focused on this game. 153.5 should still be out there. We do like the over quite a bit on that one. So we'll give you Bethune and Miami over 77.5 first half, 153.5 for the game. Next game up, we've got Citadel and Boston College. Boston College at home, 17.5-point favorite. This line has been between 17 and 17.5. This game at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. We expect Boston College to actually come out and win this thing by 25 plus. This one here should be relatively easy for BC. Minus 8.5 first half, 17 for the game. Next game up, we've got Jackson State and Louisville. No play for us in this one. We're thinking 37.5-point line is probably wide. To win by 40 does take a little bit of things to fall your way, like like actually you're going to play the whole game or close to it. You're not going to sit everybody like with 10 minutes to go in the second half because you're up 30. Louisville, top 20, top 15 team in the country. They're no joke. I think they're going to be pretty damn good. But that line at 37.5 is just too much. No play for us in that one. West Virginia Mountaineers at 7 o'clock Eastern time, hosting Campbell. We expect West Virginia to be a pretty damn good team in the Big 12. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the Big 12, but they should be pretty competitive. They should beat up on a team like Campbell. We did take the Mountaineers here. West Virginia, this line has went up a couple points as well. -8 in the first half, 15.5 for the game. Next game up, we've got Campbell. I'm sorry, we just went through Campbell. Hello. Let's see. Lemaine and Xavier here. Xavier, 22.5 point favorite. It's a little high for us for Xavier. Therefore, no play on us. Probably would lean to the fave there, but no play for us in that one. Central Connecticut and Quinnipiac at 7 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Quinnipiac favored by 8.5. I know for all of you looking for the pronunciation show, that's probably next week, but no play for us in this one either. Actually, would probably lean maybe getting the points in this one with Central Connecticut on that one there. Illinois State and Ohio, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. Ohio actually favored by 1.5 here. I kind of think Illinois State wins this game. This total is, how do we put this? Getting out of control. Might be the easiest way to put this thing. It's already went up a couple points. Try to get this thing under 160 if you can. But Illinois State, Ohio, over 79.5 first half and over 158.5 for the game. I think you need to get it under $1.60, but another opportunity to go over in that one. Next game up, Texas Southern and Texas A&M. I don't know how good Texas A&M is going to be, but I know Texas Southern is not. They should be able to beat them, but the line's 31.5. It's just a little bit too much for us in this one. There are some games we will play in the 30s. This is not one of them. Or when we get to like almost 40, it's kind of a stopping point for us. I'd rather play a 40-point favorite in college football than I would in college basketball, just because I got a better idea, a better chance to cover that monster number. But no play for us, but would lean to A&M. 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. Florida, North Florida. So Florida getting beat on the early game against Arizona. Arizona, though, shot the ball tremendously well, especially the last 10 minutes of the second half. Kobe Pete was awesome. Florida's not going to be as good as last year's team, but definitely has a chance to be really good. I don't know if they go back-to-back Final Fours, but should be pretty solid team. Top 10, more than likely here. No play for us as the line is 41.5, which is way too much. But Florida still, they'll be dropped from that third spot. But I'd slightly lean to Florida here, but no way I'm putting money at 40 to cover 42. Next game up, Auburn, Merrimack at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. Auburn laying 26.5. We almost pulled the trigger in this particular game. I think Auburn's a pretty decent team. Overall, top 20 currently, preseason ranking. They should be pretty solid. I don't know if they're maybe a Sweet 16 team this year. They don't have some of the firepower that they've had before, but Kelvin Sampson is one hell of a coach, right? No play for us in this one. We would lean to Auburn, though, laying the 26.5. St. Francis and TCU. TCU, another 26.5 point line here. 150.5 total. Nothing we're going to get involved with here, but would lean to that total looking at over $1.50. Alcorn State and South Alabama. South Alabama favored by 18.5. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is kind of a big number there for them. Alcorn State, though, is just that bad. 141.5 total. A game I think we could see barely go over, especially if South Alabama is going to cover that monster line that they've got. Next game up, UC Riverside and North Dakota at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. North Dakota favored by 1.5. UC Riverside, I think they can play a little bit of ball out there. I ain't going to lie. So they're not going to beat like big time teams or whatever it might be, but they've got some chances here, I think, to kind of get some wins early in the season. We do like this game. We do like UC Riverside here. We're actually going to take a money line rather than getting the 1.5, make a little bit of plus money at some books. Give us UC Riverside money line first half and money line for the game. Next game up, 8 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Nebraska, Omaha, Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian favored by 4.5 in here. I think they've got opportunity to win that game by 5+. No play for us in this one, though, but do like Abilene Christian at home. Northern Iowa and CSU Northridge. So we looked at this game about 36 ways from sideways. As we do like Northern Iowa in this game, the question is getting to that 10-point mark. That's a lot of points we feel in this one. No play for us as we couldn't get behind the 10. If that thing was at 6.5, we probably would have hopped all over it, but wasn't willing to pay the juice for the alternate here in this one. Do like Northern Iowa to win that thing. The question is, do they cover the 10? Next game up, Chicago State and St. Louis, 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. No real thought on this one here. I mean, St. Louis should wipe the floor with them as they're almost a 29.5-point favorite. But no play for us. And again, in this one, I think it's just a shade high for us. Texas A&M, Christian CC against SMU. SMU favored by almost 24 here. This game also 8 o'clock Eastern time, 159.5 total. No play for us in this one either, but we'll look at that total, trying to get $160 plus there on that one. Next game up, we've got Iowa State, my alma mater, against Grambling. The line is too big for us here, 33.5. Would love to play the Cyclones. I think they're going to be a possible Sweet 16 this year. Should play well also in the Big 12, but no play for us in this one. Would lean to the Cyclones at 33.5. Next game up, Mercyhurst and Loyola Chicago. We get to the 9 o'clock Eastern time frame games. Loyola Chicago, 21.5-point favorite. Man, everything we're looking at is like 26, 25, 17, 35. There are not many close ones on the board for today in this one. Slightly lean to Loyola Chicago, but no play for us. Denver and Washington, we are in the middle of this game. This game's also taken off. This game at 10 o'clock Eastern time frame. This thing was 27.5 yesterday, all the way up to 29.5. Here's the thing. We did take Washington at the 27.5 number. But I think they easily clipped this game. They got a chance to win by 35, 40 points here in this one. Washington should be pretty solid, especially at home. We'll see how they do in the Big Ten on that one. But we are behind Washington, minus 14.5 first half, 27.5 for the game. Next game up, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Portland to finish. I'm sorry, we got two games. Two more games. Or one more game at 10 o'clock Eastern. Cal and Wright State. Cal laying 13.5 here, 152.5 total. I don't know if Cal's going to be that good, to be really honest. The line actually went the opposite way for us on that one. It happens, but normally when that happens is probably a good thing for us. Cal minus 7.5 first half, 15 for the game. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to be fabulous, Cal. Out in the ACC, they should get beat up quite a bit, assuming with ACC competition. But we do like Cal at least to cover the 15 here, maybe win by 20 or so in that particular game. Then we'll finish up the night, 10:30 Eastern time, Portland, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. So the chase game, so to speak, for all of you, maybe get down a couple bucks. This game to me was a little bit tough at 10:30 Eastern time. Portland, I believe, wins the game, but I think they only might win by 10. They're 13.5-point favorites here. Arkansas, Pine Bluff. No play for us, but we would lean to Pine Bluff plus the points. That's going to be a rundown of college basketball. There is one NBA game that we'll get to. Clippers and the Suns. This game at 9:10 Eastern time frame. Suns favored by 2.5. They just played. Clippers clean the Suns clock out in the Intuit Dome, but the Suns never play there well anyway. Like I said, 2.5-point line here, 224.5 total. We almost played the total in this one. It was the Clippers. For some reason, the points get higher on the road than at home, and they tend to give up a lot more. It's like the defense disappears in this one. But we do like the Clips. I think they figure out a way how to beat the Suns team. The Suns team's not – I mean, if they're going to be extremely lucky, I think, to win 33 games, kind of where we had the season-long tickets. So let's give you all the plays here. So we got quite a few player props as well. We're going to take the Clippers money line. Try to get a little plus money there. First quarter, first half, and game. And let's see here. John Collins, under 17.5 points. He has been under 17.5 points, I believe. I want to say 12 or 13 consecutive times going back into last year on that one. Derek Jones, under 1.5 threes, as he's not been able to make a bunch of threes here. That is pretty decent plus money on under 1.5 for Derek Jones at the three-point line. John Collins, who we mentioned earlier, on the under 17.5 points. We're coming back with the under 24.5 points in rebounds as well. I think John Collins puts up, I think his stat line is like, 15, 8, and 2 on there. So it's kind of what we anticipated for John Collins, which will pull him under on both of those. Royce O'Neal, 5+ rebounds. And Connor Gillespie, 10+ points. Connor Gillespie, over 16.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. John Collins, under 8.5 rebounds and assists. As you can tell, this is an under John Collins night. CP3, so going against the old team here. Normally, I'd play as under 6.5 points, as that's been pretty profitable so far this year. I think he figures out a way to get 7 here in this game. I expect him to, get a couple foul shots at least on that one there. CP3's had one hell of a career. Unfortunately, no titles. I don't think he's going to get one with the Clippers either. But do like CP3 to get the 7+ points going against his old team in the Suns. And Grayson Allen for the Suns, under 3.5 threes. I know he hit 4+ in the last game, but the 6-7 games before that, going into last year, he was not able to choke off 4 3-pointers. So going back to the under 3.5 threes there for Grayson Allen. All right, that's a rundown of college basketball and the one NBA game for November the 6th. If you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny to do so, and you can get all of our episodes, watch those early on. We greatly appreciate when you do, but, hit the like button, turn those notifications on, subscribe to the channel. Make your life a little bit easier when you're trying to find us here at Sports Bets for free and get all of our plays. Might as well get them all. Just don't get half of them. Get them all. All right, because there is a boatload, and then let you decipher through, which ones are your favorites. A lot of people ask in the Discords, like, there's so many plays, which ones I do. Well, it's pretty simple. If you like something, go ahead and play it. If you see that we have a monster unit size on there, probably worth the play as well. Play those first, and then we've got a lot of trinkets that go throughout as well. So there's a lot of different plays. We're different than a normal sports channel that's basically going to give you one, 2, 3, maybe 4 plays, and that's about it. We give you yesterday, I believe, was over 100 for the NBA. There was a ton of player props involved. It was an excellent day over there. College football wise, like I said, we've only had 4 games, but we've had 12 bets and 11-1 in those. We've got Thursday night football. The episode for Thursday night NFL football has already been out since yesterday. So make sure you check that out as well. There's a lot of data, a lot of info on all of our shows. So make sure you do check those out by subscribing here to the YouTube channel. All of our shows on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. We went over that a little bit earlier on all the things they do. 7-day free trial. The link is in the comment section as well as the YouTube channel page. And then the one I think is worth all the money is going to be our Discord channel. You're going to get all of our bets early. You're going to get the unit sizes on everything that, you can go through the monster number of bets and see exactly what we like the most on there as well. We kind of hint around about it on the show, but you definitely get more of a breakdown on the Discord. Plus, there's multiple cappers throwing in bets. If you like parlays, we've got a couple people that basically play cappers that play parlays every day. We're more of a straight wager channel, but they threw in parlays that they like as well. And then you've got a couple 100+ members just chatting about sports wagering, all that kind of stuff that's in the general section of our Discord. A lot of fun in there. If you get a chance to listen to Casper for 20 minutes, probably well worth the price of admission just for that alone, for getting all the bets and stuff like that. So especially with football, folks, line moves and juice moves move quickly. Basketball has been the same way. Definitely recommend you get into that Discord channel. Weekly and monthly options for you. Well worth the time, well worth the investment. All right, we do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.